question. It's going to be great. Now, the Cardinals, their first hit in Game 1 was their 27th hitter of the game. That we know. First hitter in Game 2 was their 21st hitter of the game, okay? And Game 3, the fourth hitter of the game. So they're getting better. No question that the Cardinals are getting better, and the Nationals now become the first team ever to allow one run or less in each of the first three games of a playoff series. So looks to me, no question that it's going to be the Nationals, and this Astro-Yankee series is going to be a hummer and a dinger. That's for sure. One thing at one of the seminars in the First Pitch Forum, Derek Carty, up on the panel, and he was talking about things to, how do you prepare for a particular game, talking about DFS, and he mentioned know the umpires. Know the umpires. And that's something that I wonder how many of you really, when you're playing DFS, look at the umpires. Because there were a couple of umpires that really make a difference. Now, as an example, home plate umpire for Game 3, Bill Miller. Every year, he's got among the largest strike zones in Major League Baseball. Calls more high pitches for strikes than most umpires. And in 2019, pitching stats when umpiring, 3.61 ERA among the five lowest umpires, and 3.2 strikes per walks among the five highest. So start, if you really want to do your work, right, Andy?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe it's time to look. There are a couple of umpires that jump off the page that might make a difference in your selections regarding who you're going to pick, especially as a pitcher. So, Bill Miller, okay? Oh, by the way, this could be the toughest podcast that I ever did. I'll tell you why, okay? Now some personal behind the scenes, okay? Number one, to be in a car and on the road, this is our 31st, it's over a month, okay? A day or two, let's put it this way, we left on September 14th. Now, if you've heard Andy and I do a show together, being with us, and Kevin will absolutely document this, the banter back and forth, the bickering, the cursing out of each other, that's not an act, okay? So that's just how we live. And I love her to death. I'm the luckiest guy in town. But, okay, in the unnatural confined quarters that we live in the car, in the room, I mean, believe me when I tell you, I am not disappointed when we get a double bed. I mean, when we get two queen-size beds. Now, for a guy, that's pretty weird, okay? Yeah, I'm not disappointed anymore when we get two queen-size beds, okay? I wouldn't even be disappointed if we got two different rooms, all right? but you can, and then when she goes in the back in the car to sleep and lay down on her air mattress, that's terrific too. But in spite of all that and all that maneuvering around, we still are together probably more than two monkeys in a chimpanzee cage in the Bronx Zoo. And the end result is that it's I'll call it chaos. All right, love chaos. Good morning to Arnie. Arnie doing such a great job. Did a great job yesterday. So in one of our bickers, Andy decided to throw something at my head. Okay, now of course she did throw it at my head, or maybe she did. I don't know. And she missed, and she hit my computer and broke the screen. Okay, now. The way I'm doing the podcast is because I don't have a screen on my computer that works. The computer still works, so she managed to hook it up to the TV screen in the hotel, which is pretty good. But when you're 72 years old, it's and the type isn't that big. It's a little tough. It's huge for you. Okay. Okay. Anyway, that's the story. So, yeah, and she can cheat on trivia now because everything is up on the TV screen in the room, okay? So that's just a little behind-the-scenes stuff, okay? The Nationals struck out 16 batters tonight. Their third game this preseason with 15 or more strikeouts. The only other team to strike out 15 or more batters in 3 games in a single postseason. Who is the other team?